it to Lands in Love. We made it to Costa Rica. It was a full 12-hour day of traveling. So I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but it's just crickets and frogs. That's what I want. So we're gonna go grab something to eat and then start our time in Costa Rica. The first thing I did when we got here was set up a mini altar. Actually, they had some little tea light candles just kind of on hand, so I just used that as a little offering. And then we just settled in and explored. Okay, second day in Costa Rica, full day technically, here in the hotel, and I have a cat friend who just kind of demanded to be into the hotel room. So she's just hanging out, licking herself on the chair. I'm really glad we got here early because we took the day to just relax and kind of reset, be able to get our bearings and be able to explore the grounds a little bit. So that's been nice. Also, I can give a little bit of a better look of some of the mini gifts that I have set for my travelers. Really adamant on was getting some kind of pocket-sized blank notebook. And the reason for that is because I kind of have this side quest that I'm going to be giving everybody, is essentially keeping some sort of documentation of their travels for this whole week, giving kind of some examples and a mini workshop on how to kind of create your own travel notebook, sketchbook, junk journal, commonplace book, whatever it might be, and really just being able to be really creative and be really open and be willing to be messy and willing to be not pretty about things, just being able to be freely creative in these journals. I also wanted to get everybody a gift that was something kind of like a souvenir from Mexico. It wasn't going to add too much weight to all of their luggage, and also something interactive that they could all kind of make their own. Not everybody that is coming on this trip is going to be witchy or is witchy, so I also wanted something that wasn't specifically occult-based or magic-based, something that anybody could do. So when I visited Mercado Lagunilla, I actually came across this artist booth where she has all of these different little, I think they're handmade journals. They look handmade. And they also all have these different quotes on them on the inside. I saw her booth across the hall the aisle, I don't know what they're called, 20 of these possibly, because I'd like to buy 20. And thankfully she did. A lot of these I think are really cool. I think this one's probably my favorite, but they all feel very velvety or more like fabric-y. I'm not really sure, but they are all very unique in my opinion. Here are a few just to kind of give you an idea of what they look like, but I'm just going to let everybody choose which ones they want, as well as I have these axolotl stickers that are stickers that look like, you know, the 50 pesos have the axolotls on them. I originally was trying to find some that were for credit cards or something, because I have a credit card axolotl sticker now and I bought it from Freaky Plaza, but every single time I went, after the one time I saw this booth, they were closed every single time. So I think I just had bad luck with that or something. But luckily, with my friend Carly, we went through into the metro stations, and apparently they also have these. We did end up going to, I think, like 4 or 5 different vendors and buying 10 here and 2 here and 5 there, just as many axolotl stickers as they had. So we ended up with a bunch of different kinds. But either way, I still think that they're really cute, and I think people will like them. So the travelers will arrive tomorrow, but pretty late in the evening. So I'll technically have tomorrow to kind of do all of that, and then the adventure begins. While we waited for the bus of travelers to arrive, we had the whole day to explore the grounds and say hello to some of the sanctuary's residents. If you want to know more specifics about this special animal sanctuary, I already made a vlog of my first visit a few years ago, which I'll link below. I took this time to just chill after traveling and enjoy the sounds of the jungle and the prominent amount of rain that we were getting. The group should be here any minute. A lot of them have been traveling for like 24 hours or even more, so I'm sure they're gonna be exhausted, but we got food for them and hopefully they can just pass out before we get this really busy week started. I think that's them. There's the first one. There they are. They're marching in. Hello. Once we arrived, we had food ready for them, and I gave them the gifts that I brought them before they all found their rooms, and we began the tour of the animal sanctuary the next morning. In the morning light will still be thick as thieves, 'cause you and I can conquer anything. This is where we belong. This is where we belong. We spent the day visiting the animals, seeing how far many of them had come since being brought in. Most of the animals that arrive in Lands in Love are victims of abuse or arrive injured or as strays. Lands in Love is a no-kill shelter and cares for every single one of the animals with the help of a large amount of volunteers who help out, making sure that each of the animals get the attention and the care that they need. They have a space for any domesticated animal that may need help. Each animal is given a name, a home, and a designated volunteer to help with their care. This was also really cool to see this mural finished 3 years later. Everything from 700 dogs to 500 cats to a handful of farm animals. If you're struck down hoping for the sound of a pick-me-up. There she goes. My personal favorite spot is the cat park, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a small park with cats.
They also doesn't like the room that they can. You see also inside they have sweaters and stuff. They have a problem inside. Yes.
We spent a good amount of time giving all of the cats some attention, while some of them had their daily medical needs tended to.
Oh, hey.
Then we ended our day with a dinner and some group game time in the lobby.
Okay. Oh, that's.
The next day, we had a full day of ziplining through the canopies of the jungle. You'd never guess that half of the group is actually terrified of heights, so we got geared up and shook away the nerves with a little dance.
Yeah.
Most of it was gliding through the canopies with breathtaking views, partly because of how high up we were. And the last was the Tarzan swing, with a very abrupt release gate. While the other aerialists felt right at home, a lot of the travelers faced their fears. Then we had a night walk, where we had a guide take us into the jungle right outside of our hotel rooms and show us the nocturnal wildlife. One of the travelers even brought a bat locator.
This looks like a glow stick on camera.
We saw mainly insects and amphibians due to the rain, but luckily this group is all nature lovers, so that was more than exciting for all of us. Morning. They are really cute mushrooms.
A bunch of lights.
I know. It looks really cool, actually. It is day 3 of the trip, and it has not stopped raining every single morning, every single night, which is odd because it's supposed to be dry season here in Costa Rica. I think everybody's a little tired already because they have packed in excursions every single day. We were supposed to do a morning hike, but because of the rain, the morning hike has been canceled and pushed off twice, and we're not really sure if we're going to be able to do it. That's not totally a bad thing, to be honest. I think, like I said, everybody's very tired. There's a lot of things to do in the day, which is not a bad thing. It's just we don't have a lot of downtime to really hang out and get to know each other, nor do we have downtime to like hang out here and spend with the animals or just kind of like hang out and explore the grounds here. So we'll see. Today we're supposed to be going rafting and ATVing, which will be a lot of fun, but you know, we'll see how the rain decides that we go about doing those things.
First day of the summer and it's calling for good weather. It's nice.
I didn't end up going rafting as I had way too much work to get through and I was already exhausted. But you can watch Victoria's vlog to see that very chaotic adventure.
Bro, I just got drowned. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, jump.
Now it's all coming together. Looking at a bottle of lightning, the sky full of stars aligning. Maybe I'm overexcited, but I got a feeling this will be the best one yet. That's it. Super phenomenal. That's it. Oh my, it's the best one yet. That's it. It's really happening. That's it. Oh my, it's the best one yet.
it started pouring. Well, it was raining a little bit by the time we got here, but when we started driving, it started absolutely pouring. So all of us were soaked. It's like we went rafting all over again. But that's part of the fun, right? Right? That's part of the fun. Wetness in the rainforest. Yeah. You mean it rains in the rainforest? I mean, to be fair, it is supposed to be dry. Yeah. Best one yet. That's it. It's really happening. That's it. On my mind, it's the best one yet.
After this long day, we wrapped up our last night at Lands and Love with some games and making stamps from erasers to add into the notebooks. They were all filling them up so beautifully with thoughts, daily entries, sketches, and notes about the plants and animals here, and we had each other leave little notes for later. I loved seeing how they all captured this trip and their unique experiences in this travel notebook. The next day was like the rest, rainy. But this time we had to round up everyone so we could move on to our next destination, out of the cloud rainforest and head down to the beach. On our way down, our wonderful guide Victor gave us some amazing information, not only about just the rainforest and wildlife, but also about the very unique history, politics, and culture of Costa Rica.
Now you can see vegetation here dries a little bit, but continental division, that's what it means, where the Pacific and the Caribbean meet.
We stopped for some lunch with the wild macaws and howler monkeys as company. Before we got into a boat to see the gorgeous river and very old predators.
Undecided on the side to align with, waiting for a sign to guide you. It seems the middle of the road is so cloudy, slowing down the people in motion, stuck behind it. This motor gets us nowhere, a broken engine, a still machine. This motor gets us nowhere, a broken engine, a still machine.
As we headed back, Victor gave us a little bit of an extended tour so that we could catch the sunset.
If we wake up and make up our minds, if we reach a little more than we made.
Then, despite being beat from yet another long day, we all hopped in the pool after dinner. The next and last full day, there was a hike in the forest followed by a boat ride with some time in the ocean. I wasn't able to make it, but Victoria captured some great moments and shared those on her vlog, so definitely go watch hers.
Gets us nowhere, broken engine, a still machine.
We enjoyed our last night before heading out to the airport the next morning, saying goodbye to most of our travelers.
Y'all, that was like the most uneventful shot I think I've ever seen. Oh, it's a problem actually. So she's supposed to be up at 6 a.m. tomorrow so that she can eat and then straight up leave for a 12-hour day.
How many shots have we had?
At least you're
Is this
the
the
only
third?
one that's waking up at 6
Maybe
a.m.
3 shots? Three tequila shots?
Skipping rocks on the edge of the water, taking bets on who goes farther, throwing the afternoon away. These days keep getting harder, bare feet and silver dollars. I'll find a tree and carve your name. We could stay young, we could live our whole lives where the wild things run under big blue skies. We could dance in the sun.
Some of us were staying an extra night or just had a much later flight, so we explored a little bit of San Juan, at the Butterfly Garden, had some lunch, and checked out an artist market. My favorite part about these travel groups now is how a group of almost 20 strangers can become great friends in a short 7 days, making such fun memories together. I really look forward to doing more of these groups in the future, as the people that I've met so far have all been fantastic. But as always, thank you so much for having us, Costa Rica. And until next time.
Dance in the sun by the end of the night. I'll be under your thumb as long as your hands in mine. Run under big blue skies. We could dance in the sun by the end of the night. I'll be under your thumb as long as your hands in mine.